What's going on, guys? It's your bro Ryan here.
And your bro Taylor. And this video, we're gonna do another interview. Last video, Ryan interviewed me. This one, I'll be interviewing Ryan. We'll get a little insight into what his thoughts are on a lot of the investing and finance, and just a little bit more about him. And we'll also, something we've thought about implementing into some of these videos is just a beer review. We did it in the previous video. We're gonna continue to do it. Let us know how you guys feel about it. Disclaimer: we are 21. Well, over the age of 21. I'm 23, Ryan's 24, so we are of legal drinking age, and you guys should also be of legal drinking age if you decide to drink. But we'll go ahead and get into the video. So Ryan, just start off, do a quick little intro, a little elevator speech about yourself.
So first, our beer. Obviously, that's the thing everybody's here for.
Of course.
Today, I'm drinking the
Two Bros and a Beer.
Two Bros and a Beer. That should have been it. That is so good.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Off the dome.
Sometimes we don't think, but sometimes, yeah. So today I'm drinking the Blue Moon. I got a weird glare. Mango wheat. It's their normal Blue Moon, but it's a mango infused, I guess. I actually like it a lot. The original Blue Moon is a lot of times my go-to when I'm drinking a summer beer, but the Blue Moon mango is, I like it better. I do like it better, honestly.
Yeah. And then I'm still drinking another strawberry milkshake IPA that me and Ryan brewed.
And you only gave it a 6.
Possible
and you're
brewmaster name.
Down.
Possible brewmaster name: Two Bros and a Beer. Now we'll workshop it some more, but yeah, strawberry milkshake IPA. Can't remember if I said that, but now we can get into the video. Ryan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Give me 1 second.
One eternity later.
All right, Ryan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
As you guys know, my name is Ryan because you guys always watch our videos and love them so much, and I'm your favorite. But what you might not know is Taylor and I were roommates in college. We both went to Kennesaw State University. We both went and studied engineering. We both like the hands-on aspects, the analytical mindset, the number side of things. I went for mechanical engineering. Taylor, as you saw in the last video, because you watched it, loved it, liked it, commented on it. Taylor said he was a mechatronics engineer. So we did have a lot in common. A lot of classes we did take very similar, except for he went into the robotics and I went more in detail in mechanical. As of now, I work for a power utility contractor, and that's what I've been doing since I've graduated I think it was right around 2 years ago. And I'm always looking to invest more, always looking to grow more, always looking to up my portfolio, always looking to learn more. I really enjoy talking about investing and finance of all sorts. Anybody that wants to talk about it, I'm 100% into it. I love talking about it every day, all the time.
Yeah.
Started our own investing group, started the YouTube channel, just a lot of things. I love diving into that stuff. So yeah, it's a little bit about me.
So I guess my first question, kind of going off what you just said, is why did you get so into investing and learning about finance, the whole real estate space, all that? What was your motivation behind it?
So kind of like the trigger word out there right now, financial independence is that big word that everybody throws around. My reason is I want to live a life that I want to live. If that sounds very weird, I understand, but I don't want to be told.
If you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't.
I don't want to be told all the time when to wake up, when I can go on vacation, anything like that. If I want to go to another country because I heard about it, I just want to be able to go, you know what, let's look at flights, book a flight and go.
Yeah.
I want the independence of being able to kind of do what I want when I want. And that was my big thing. I knew in order to do that, you had to have money, and money isn't my...
Yeah, financial freedom gives you one of the truest forms of freedom, where you can just do what you want when you want.
Exactly. And money isn't my motivation. Money is a necessity to get to my motivation, which is travel and the rest.
Yeah, for sure. So just realistically, how quickly do you think you'll be able to achieve that financial freedom? Like, when do you think you'll retire, or at least be done with that whole 9-to-5 thing?
You guys should ask Taylor. I'm not a sit still kind of guy. So
that's for sure.
I'm always doing something, always pushing for the next investment, the next idea, the next concept, I've started at least one, maybe two businesses with Taylor, and I've probably, him and I together have shot out the idea of probably 10, and we've gone after probably
more
two
than
or
that.
three more. We tried a couple ideas by going to the county courthouse and talking through it, but they said it wasn't legal. So there's a couple of things that
And
we've tried.
It makes it sound really bad,
does,
but it was just an interesting concept that we
Yeah,
had.
and I'm not giving more detail because we're still trying to figure that business idea out, and I don't want it to be stolen.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I made it sound as
Yeah.
bad as it's not anything to do with drugs or anything like that. It's just
Yeah,
that it's a
no,
business idea that
it's
we're
honestly
still,
not bad.
Yeah, we're still trying to go
It's just
after.
regulated in a way.
And we just don't want the idea to be taken. But yeah, so the whole thing is I want to be financially free as soon as possible because I want to be doing what I want as soon as possible. So my motivation is to be early 30s. I want to be set up enough that I don't have to work, but I probably will still work. And probably by 40, 45, I'm completely, I would say, retired. Based on my assets.
That's a fair.
Me out.
Yeah. And Ryan's already married and everything, you know. He's got a house too, so he already has some expenses and stuff.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Yeah,
But
so I should.
that's a fair timeline.
Should have mentioned that. I did recently get married.
Yeah, on your blurb about yourself, not that I'm married or anything like that. That just happened.
Do not mention that at all. Hopefully she doesn't watch this video. No, I'm just kidding. She watches all these videos. But I am married as of September of this last year. So
Yeah, a fairly big part of his life.
Yeah,
you know.
the biggest. But yeah, definitely married. We moved to. I almost should do my whole intro over again. Lived in Georgia forever, and then wife just recently got a job at the zoo, which she loves, and so we moved to South Florida.
You know, the zoo.
Yeah, the one and only zoo. I don't want you to be able to look us up and
You
find
guys are
us,
familiar,
so
I'm sure.
I didn't want to be too much detail. No, I'm just kidding. No, she got a job at the zoo, and she's loving it, and so we moved down here to South Florida, and it's been a good time. I personally love golfing as one of my pastimes, and Florida golf courses are some of the best, and the weather year round is golf weather, so
Yeah.
I'm for it. I'm definitely for it.
That's one thing I'm a little bit jealous of is that, you know, golf and the climate down there is constantly nice.
Yeah, dude, come visit. I will definitely love to play around. I'm trying to find anybody I know. I'm trying to convince Chase to go play around with me.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so the next question is, where do you plan on investing the most? Do you plan on, you know, getting into a new business? Plan on investing more in the stock market? Keep going in the real estate game? Kind of what's your plan? Or, you know, more crazy thing?
My next big thing, right now I'm really putting a lot of money. It's kind of not fair, not weighted right. Real estate in general is just expensive, so I'm putting most of my money or most of my percentage into real estate because of how much it costs. But the new thing I am getting into is NFTs. Taylor talked about this in the interview that we did.
Yep.
And
it's an exciting space.
That's the kind of thing that we're getting into in many aspects. One, as a buyer, and two, maybe as a creator. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. But we're always trying to grow. We're always trying to do new things. And as I mentioned, one of my biggest fears is not knowing. The fear of not knowing something is just not necessarily FOMO, but when you don't know about something, it's a lot scarier than if you dive in and learn as much as you can really fast. So right now my big push is real estate, and I guess NFTs.
Yeah, there you go. So if you did have one like golden rule for investing or one piece of advice that you could give people or do give people, what would that be?
Golden rule. That's a good question. A rule that I like to follow. I would say my thing personally, it may fit you, may not. But my personal rule that I have is I like kind of like I said, I like to put my money behind my research. So I did not get NFTs. Personally, I thought they were the dumbest thing ever. Why would someone pay so much money for such bad art? And it's all digital. It's like, to me at first, it was trading baseball cards without having a physical baseball card, but they looked a lot worse. And it's someone else, like, it just didn't make any sense to me. So for that reason, that's just a good example of, I I do my research, and then I buy in. I just get a little bit of money, and my big thing, or my rule, I guess you could say, is I get a little bit of money, something I'm not afraid to lose, and I dive in and learn about it. And I put the money where the research is, and I see if I'm understanding it or not understanding it. If I quickly lose my money, then I know I'm not getting what's happening, and I need to do more research. But if my money's doing something, or it's staying even, or I'm making money, I'm still learning. I'm still understanding. And I to do that, I have to keep doing research, figuring out why I put it here. Okay, this makes sense, but why are other people talking about this idea? And there's a lot that goes into it. So I did learn a lot about NFTs for this example, a ton since I put my money into it. And I do really, really see that futuristic aspect, that putting utility and purpose behind an NFT is going to be huge in the future. I do totally see that. Now that I've put my money behind
There's so many applications for NFTs for sure. Yeah. It's like learning about something in school versus actually going out in your career and doing it. You know, they're two different things. They're both, you know, very important, you know, teaching about yourself beforehand, but then actually getting actually invested into it, it's a whole another kind of ball game.
So I guess my golden rule would be get into it. Whether you got to buy in with money, whether you got to say, you know what, woodworking, or I need a hobby and that seems pretty cool. Don't think it's pretty cool. Do it. Find out if it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you think stock investing might be for you, go do it. Find out if it's for you. So dive in.
Yeah.
That's my thing, is dive in. YouTube might be my thing. Dive in. Make it happen.
Yeah, and just a thing that you actually touched on was the whole being prepared to kind of lose a bit of money if it goes awry. That's an important thing, guys, and just another golden rule that I kind of thought of when he said that is don't be a super emotional investor. Like when you start to see a little bit of red, sell everything. That's frankly what separates a lot of the amateurs from the pros. Be willing to kind of ride a lot of this out. Be constantly teaching yourself, like, you know, had me and Ryan, you know, just got into the stock investment game, we started seeing red. Had we not, you know, kept learning and teaching ourselves about it, maybe we would have gone off the impulse and started selling. You know, I know a lot of people who do that because, you know, they haven't read up on it and they keep teaching themselves. You know, we said this in a previous video, like one of our first videos ever. Invest in yourself with knowledge and all this stuff. So just constantly be learning, follow your money and all that. But those are just some good pieces of advice that we have, and just good rules to go by.
Yeah, and I guess if Taylor would allow me, instead of one golden rule, make a second golden rule. It's always
silver.
Okay, I'll give you silver.
No, silver.
I'll give you that. Always follow and listen to and understand people that have already done it. So if you want to be a billionaire, don't go talk to people that have $100,000 net worth. Go talk to billionaires. Go follow billionaires. If you want to be a millionaire, go talk to millionaires. If you want to be a thriving business, go talk to Jeff Bezos. Go talk to the ones that are at the top 1% that are doing the best. Not just Jeff Bezos is the top 1%, but his company is one of the most valuable companies in the world. Go talk to Apple. Go talk to go look into, go anything like that. If you can,
and surround yourself with people that have like mindsets or are more successful than you. It may make you a little bit uncomfortable, but one of the big motivators for me personally is when I see someone else like really got their stuff together and is like killing the game, it motivates me to do more. That's personally how I work a lot. That's how I was, you know, kind of competitive in school and everything. So just be willing to surround yourself with success and seek it out as an example.
Definitely. And one of the things I like to do is if I'm uncomfortable, I attack it head on. I don't hide from uncomfortability. I go after it. If I'm like, someone says make a phone call, or I'm supposed to make a phone call, I could or I could not. I really don't know what they're going to say. I call. You just make the call. Like, don't give yourself time to overthink it and go, you know what? I don't know. Like, hey, what if he says this? What if they do this? What if she says no? Just make the call and then react as you go. Sometimes you just
It's like that time that me and Ryan actually went cliff jumping. And I stood on the cliff way too long, started overthinking it. Ryan, you know, he hopped off. And don't think I'm like a wimp or anything, but I stood up there and started thinking about it. I saw everybody doing it. I'm like, we're kind of high up right now. And it took me a little while. But once I finally did, of course, jump off. And you realize it's not that bad. It's super fun. And you were just kind of wasting time. So sometimes you just got to take that leap.
It took all of us deciding we're going to pack up and call it for the day for Taylor to jump. And you go, all right, that was fun. We're ready to go.
You don't have to tell people all the details. But moving on to the next question, guys. I thought this one was a bit interesting. If you were to be given $1 million right now, what would you do with it? Like, what would you invest in, or would you spend a little money on fun? What would you kind of do with $1 million right now?
So I am bad about, I wouldn't say having fun. I can definitely have fun and cut loose, but I'm bad about spending money to have fun. I would definitely have to tell myself and make myself, and that's why I have my wife Chase to do that for me.
I was about to say Chase would tell you.
She loves having fun. So she would be all into these ideas that let's go travel, let's go have fun. I might put it. I would probably look at my budget, all honesty, see if anything's lacking, allocate most of it, and real estate investing is a big part of that budget. And stock investing is a big part of that budget. And then I would put a decent amount into fun. But if I was to be more specific, I would say at least half would go to investing, at least. So 500,000, maybe even 3/4. And then I'm trying to think, like 100,000 just sounds, 10% doesn't sound that big, but 100,000 in fun is pretty significant. Maybe I would do 25,000.
You'll have some fun, all right.
And into fun and do a big vacation, like a monster private jet to like I don't even know.
And we'd film it too.
Yeah.
Make that a YouTube.
Yeah, something
video
crazy.
right
Go somewhere cool.
People love that
Chase
stuff.
has been loving the idea of going to Thailand. Maybe we'd go to Thailand for a month. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I would say 3/4 of it investing, 10%.
Sure.
5% of it fun, and then the rest would be allocated to budget.
Yeah. Okay, and the final question, at least that I have written down, is what kind of investment or investment avenue are you the most interested in? You enjoy learning the most about, excites you the most, whether it be you want to learn all you can about the stock market, you want to kind of experiment with the whole new NFTs. I know we touched on that, or you want to learn even more about real estate. What's the one? Because I know we're learning about all of them. We'll talk about them all on this channel and everything. What's the one that you kind of get the most excited about, at least right now at this stage?
Gosh, I really like the idea of NFTs, but not as much of buying in. I like the idea, I like that people create these roadmaps and the concept and the purpose behind them. But I almost like it better, the idea of myself, you and me, however we did it, doing some kind of NFT ourselves. I like how that would play out, and I've played it over in my head a couple of times, a couple of different scenarios and how it would work. And you and me have talked about a ton of business ideas that it gets me excited, definitely does. But however, right now, Chase and I just closed on our second house about a little over 2 weeks ago. That's going to I believe that's going to be our primary house in South Florida for a while. We just did all the renovations, put our first house on the market in Georgia, the Atlanta, Georgia area. And hopefully
as a rental, right?
as a long-term rental. And then hopefully we're going to have our third house by midsummer. And that'll probably also be in Florida, but we'll see. We're definitely open. So I would say right now, with what I have going on, just closing on this house, it's a major fixer-upper, so it's going to be a ton of work and it's going to be a ton of fun. Both of us are excited for that.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, for that reason, I would say my main
We'll see how he feels once he actually starts all the renovations, guys, if he's still so excited about it.
Yeah, that's one thing that I don't think, if I sat here and spent a decade or more, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of dollars, I still don't think I'd know enough. I think real estate is just that big. There's that much going on. There's just always more to it. I think NFTs are fun. They're new. They're interesting. They're unique. But real estate's it's just monstrous. That I've always wanted to do Airbnb. However, I love the consistency which I could get heat for it because Airbnbs can be very consistent if you're in a good market. But the consistency of long-term rentals, and then I want to go into the Airbnb space second after I've kind of perfected long-term rentals. So yeah, I think right now my excitement is behind real estate, and I see the growth, I see the scalability, I've talked to a lot of investors down here, and yeah, it's got me very excited.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, as you guys can kind of tell from this video, we have a lot of ideas. We're planning on exploring, all the different types of investing, doing our research, getting into the spaces. We have a lot of ideas for sure. So we'll be bringing you guys even more content. Be sure to keep an eye out for it. Let's thank our guest Ryan for the interview today. And just be sure to keep an eye out. We're going to be pushing out more content for you guys. We have big plans. So leave a comment about anything you want us to discuss, any, investments that you guys are in that you think we should talk about. Like if we didn't mention it today, we just love to hear from you guys and create a community here.
Yeah, definitely. And we're excited about this channel because this part alone, just the recording and Taylor and I chit-chatting, is a lot of fun. We really enjoy it. So being able to have a following and you guys want to hear us talk and want to provide feedback and always help us learn so we can help you guys learn, I should change my answer because YouTube is one of my most exciting things right now. Real estate, that's true. I see the portfolio aspect, I see the growth aspect, but in just sitting here and enjoying it is probably YouTube. Just sitting and just talking and enjoying the research and diving into things we're already diving into. Just being able to talk to people. That's the answer I like to hear. Yeah, talking to people, I love it. So I hope you guys like it as much.
Yeah. So again, thanks for tuning in, guys. We're going to be pushing out more content, like we said. Be sure to like and subscribe. We plan on growing this channel and spending a lot of time on this channel. So be sure to keep an eye out for new videos.
Don't forget my beer review, though. Don't forget my beer review.
Oh, my gosh.
I know it's new, but we can't forget about it, man. So, Blue Moon Mango. I love it, especially for the summer. I wish this was sponsored, dude. Once we finally get our first sponsor, dude, I'm going to be to the moon. I'm going to be so excited.
Over with.
But Blue Moon Mango, I hope it doesn't turn into like a Sue instead. But I do love it. I would definitely give this one of my favorites.
Yeah, well, we're not getting paid for these shout-outs.
I do love this as a summer beer for sure. I would probably give this like an 8.5. I could totally sit here and drink this all day in Florida. Georgia, when it's snowing right now, always not so much, but Florida all day. I can't believe it's winter here and it's 70 something, maybe even almost 80.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I gave my review on this one in the previous video. I'll stand with it, about a 6-7. We slightly overcarbonated it, but other than that, the flavor and everything's good especially for an IPA. I'm not the biggest IPA guy, but it's smooth, like a milkshake IPA. Yeah. So I feel like we can only get better. Like I said last time, maybe a dash more vanilla, but overall, still a good beer.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We really enjoy doing this, and I hope you guys enjoy watching. And let us know if you guys are getting anything out of this. Always like, subscribe, comment on our videos, and let us know what you want more of.
What's going on, guys? It's your bro, Taylor.
And your bro, Ryan here. Getting you guys with another insight to one of our minds. This time it's going to be mine. Wow. I guess we should switch
talk about yourself.
Since you're doing the interview. That's all I was going to say. As I'm saying this, is very weird.
Sounds like, we're going to get an insight into my mind.